The inspiration for most of my songs, every songwriter kind of comes at creation from a different point of view. And I think mine is really just everyday people. I try and write songs from a perspective that everyone can understand. You know, Tom Waits, who's one of my favorite songwriters and biggest inspirations, he calls it the here and now factor. And he basically said, where are you in this song? And if you can find yourself in that song, then it's a good song, you know?
Hi, I'm Luke of the Luke Austin Band, and I'm getting Indieep.
I was born in Markham, Ontario. It's a suburb just outside Toronto, and me and my parents, I got two brothers, I'm the middle child. We moved to the city when I was about 10, and yeah, both my parents are salesmen. My dad played in a band back in the 70s. He used to tell me about the landscape of Toronto and make me listen to all the best blues music, all the best Motown. My mom played violin for a long time, and I guess she was more into like the U2 and the Phil Collins and all the mom stuff, but yeah, a happy childhood, played hockey competitively, decided to pick up drums as my first instrument when I was 12, my poor parents. My first love was hockey, so I used to do that competitively. I played music on the side, but it wasn't my main priority. And then I got hurt. I got post-concussion syndrome, and it kind of took me out of the game. They told me I couldn't play anymore, and I had a lot of complex emotions to kind of deal with. My dad had this old Takamine acoustic guitar lying around the house, and so I just kind of taught myself how to play guitar and started writing songs there. And then, as I said, it was just the natural progression, you know? I had a lot of songs I had written, I brought them to the band, we made them into what they are today, and then we're like, hey, let's cut an EP, and we did, and it's called For No One in Particular. And yeah, we couldn't be happier with it. I draw my inspiration from a songwriting perspective from everyday life. Like, for example, our single Long Road Home, I wrote when we were on a cross-country tour last February. So we went from Toronto all the way to Vancouver on the train, and we got to see this great country we live in. And yeah, I wrote Long Road Home from a pretty desperate place, you know. It was me and my band, we were on a train, we were miles from home, and it just came out very organically, you know. It was just from the heart, right to the guitar, and it's really painless.
We got too close, and it sure scared me away that I had your love. And I didn't have the words to say, and with your tiny hands in mine, you told me you'll be just fine. And it's a long road home, and I don't wanna be alone. And it's a long road home, oh, back into your arms I roam. And it's a long road home, and my heart's sinking like a stone. So come on home.
I'm a musician, yes, but I think where my true asset is I'm more of a songwriter and entertainer. You know, in bands, everyone kind of has a role, and I think that I have an ability to connect with people with words. So that's kind of what I bring to the table, whereas my guys, I'd consider them more musicians than I would, because they don't have as much to do with the creative process as much as just, you know, holding it down and being just really good at their craft. A musician is someone who is passionate. I believe That's why we're all in this. You know, if you wanted to make a living, you probably wouldn't have been an accountant.
And it's a long road home, and my heart's sinking like a stone. And as I drove along these old and empty streets, and I'd think of her.
Music is, you know, obviously something you can listen to. But I mean, music to me is something that can connect with people, you know. There's a reason why so many different types of people like one song, and we all connect with, whether it's the lyrics or the music, for a completely different reason. That really interests me.
And it's a long road home, no, back into your arms I roam. And it's a long road home, and my heart's sinking like a stone. So come on home.